Hi, hope you're having a great day, an amazing day wherever you are. Today, this video I want to dedicate it first, right, to increase adoption overall, right? So much signs pointing to people are actually using crypto. Let's just start first with XRP being accepted now in a hotel booking website, right? There's huge reach, yeah. So Travala.com, right, is now adding XRP as one of its key medium of acceptance, right? That they basically accept XRP now as their payment for their bookings, right? And they have wide reach. They are through this website, you are able to book 550,000 plus hotels in 210 countries, right? And that means being able to travel to 82,000 plus destinations with XRP. XRP being such a popular cryptocurrencies, right? A lot of users are reacting very positive to this news, that they even say that they are going to, only use Travala for their hotel booking. So definitely very good news for XRP and hotel booking site Travala.com. Next, right, Ripple Inc. also gaining foothold in Middle East with Rain now supports XRP. So Rain is a very significant platform because they are the first regulatory compliant cryptocurrency exchange in Middle East, right? They're the first one that get approved by the regulator out of the regulatory sandbox, right? And now that they're adding XRP, and this is in addition to the top coins only, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Now they're accepting XRP, which is very, very big news again, yeah, given that Rain is such high profile in Middle East, and you must remember Middle East is still relatively under-penetrated in terms of cryptocurrency because you don't hear them much in the news. But don't forget, Middle East have a lot of very well-off individuals who have a lot of liquidity, right, who can definitely make a mark, right, on the market cap and on the movement and on the adoption of crypto. And now that they're accepting XRP, it's definitely very good news for, again, XRP liquidity, right? Because now they just more people can have access to this, they can buy into this, right? That means there will be a deeper pool of money available, right, to get hold of XRP. That's really, really great. Next, Binance CEO said everyone will be in crypto, calls it inevitable. Why did he say that? It's because of something the global head of JP Morgan Chase, Ron Karpovich, right, global head of e-commerce solutions at JP Morgan Chase, said that in an interview with Squawk CNBC, he said, quote, well, ultimately behind the scenes, they mean crypto companies are going to have to use a bank to move funds, and there's more partnership instead of competition in that space. So because of this, that they say crypto still need a bank to facilitate the movement of funds, right? In that, CZ cannot help himself, but he need to put in his own opinion, which is say, now we can't agree. Many not so small businesses already don't use banks and they work just fine. JPM just don't get it yet. And also a reason they are not a threat to XRP. Everyone will be in crypto. JPM will ultimately have to use crypto. So this, remember, CZ is a very, very smart, brilliant guy, right? Having done huge achievements in the crypto space that no other exchange or even no other companies have actually come close, to their kind of achievements, being just less than 2 years old baby. Now, so his thoughts are definitely very very highly expected. People want to know what he thinks, right? And now he's basically saying, right, that because of statements like this, right, that the banks still think that crypto still need them. That means this the banking community who even launched a JPM coin inspired by Bitcoin still think that they're still very arrogant. They think that ultimately banks will still need to survive to help the crypto industry. No one knows what the future is, but that's what they think. And CZ's view is that basically then, it's really the banks don't get it. And it's because of this kind of arrogance, because of this kind of maybe aloofness or chose to be ignorance, right, that then it will give more leeway to real competitors like XRP, right, like Bitcoin, like major cryptocurrencies to really, if they get their act right, if they continue to make it very easy for clients to use them, to adopt them, then slowly but surely, right, the banks will be lag behind, and suddenly they will be one day surprised at how much adoption has already been increased before they then think that they are increasingly irrelevant, just like intranet versus the internet war. Yeah. Next, Binance Coin moves up again as coin flip ATM integration is being tested. So what happened was now coin flip ATM is Bitcoin ATM are now also coin flip ATM is a brand accepting Binance Coin. So increasingly again, Binance Coin is being accepted and more accessible everywhere. Of course, its latest news is that it launched Binance Lite in Australia, enabling 13,000 merchants or mom and pop shops in Australia to be able to sell cryptocurrencies to their clients very, very easily, right? But of course taking a larger fee. Yeah. Next, you can now donate to the Tor project in 9 different cryptocurrencies. So you can see this website, right? Tor is actually a non-profit and they're pro anonymity kind of websites, right? And now, right, so what happened was they have already accept Bitcoin in terms of payments for a few years already, but they are using BitPay as a processor. That means the merchants who accept Bitcoin can then choose to convert into fiat, right, easily or instantly. But now what is so significant about this news is that Tor, right, they are now enabling and supporting, right, almost 10 cryptocurrencies. So in addition to Bitcoin, they are expanding their range of cryptocurrency received, and they are now able to enable their merchants or their people directly to accept cryptocurrencies without BitPay. Yeah, so that means you can so it's a really peer-to-peer system. So you are really cutting out the middleman, right? And the coins that they're supporting are Augur, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Ether, Litecoin, Monero, Stellar Lumens, XLM, and Zcash. Interestingly, XRP is not here for some reason, but definitely very good news in terms of adoption. Yeah. So next, right? So next we have ScratchCard fans that can now win Bitcoin on the Lightning Network. So you must say, right, Lightning Network is really, really creative in expanding their usage. Yeah. So the most recent use is they have introduced something called Lightning ScratchCards, which is a platform developed by Guillaume Werber that allows users to create virtual scratch cards. So users can spend tiny amounts of Bitcoin, the equivalent of a few cents, to scratch away portions of the card and reveal hidden wallet keys, secret passwords, or any other kind of text. So Werber launched a platform with its own scratch card that contains the key to a Bitcoin wallet with 1 million Satoshis, or about just 0.01 Bitcoin in it, which is approximately $40 at the time of recording. Players can slowly reveal the key by scratching off sections of the card, and once the key is fully revealed, the first person to access the wallet gets the cards. This initial implementation is clearly just an example with very low winnings, but it represents the potential of the platform. In a similar way to the lottery, a card maker could ensure that the stacked amount is sufficiently covered by enough scratch earnings, thereby not losing funds himself and gifting one lucky winner in a jackpot. So again, right, I just think Lightning Network is doing very, very great job, right? So in addition to the Lightning Torch, which is more like started off by a Twitter user who is a fan of Bitcoin and Lightning Network, now we have Lightning Scratch Cards, which is cool, right? It's almost like you inject something fun as well in something that is so important, right? That people then have more curiosity, their interest is more piqued, right? They're more interested to use something like this, right? Rather than you coming from a boring angle, right? So this is really, really good, yeah. And we just need more examples and more use cases like this in the future. Then we are surely, but slowly, right, getting there. Next and last, pro-crypto lobbying has tripled since 2017. Better regulations may boost trading and adoption. So one of the key ingredient or success factor to actually boost further adoption as well, especially from the regulation side, is that we need better and clearer regulations, and especially pro-crypto regulations. So the good news is that according to a report published by Politico.com, the US legal system is currently experiencing a blockchain lobbying boomlet, with 3 times increase compared to last year. So from just a dozen lobbies registered at the end of 2017, the sum rose 33 in 2018. So that's great. So most of these lobbies focus on the development of regulations oriented to improve online trading of digital assets. Yeah, and what is notable, I thought also, is that Ripple is also leading the charge, right? And one of the lobbies that they're involved in and leading is securing America's Internet of Value Coalition, right? So they're looking for promotion of clear legislation that does not represent a risk or uncertainty for new developers. So this is very important. And you see, the more lobbies we have for the regulator, then they will be more willing and they will have more information, they will have more clarity to actually make a more informed decision. After, you must understand that this is a very new technology, right? For even people who are very, very smart, it takes time for them to understand what is Bitcoin, what is blockchain, how does it work, right? How does it actually, how are people incentivized? So then, why is it so safe and secure? And why is the benefit versus the current fiat system today? So you must understand, right? The regulators, they are not used to this kind of modern technology as well. So you have to give them time, and lobby is, especially from the corporate, from the banks, is definitely a very good step in that regard, right? Remember, banking industry is also all about lobbying, right? They have fought very hard to prevent some regulations that doesn't work for banking to not be there, and it has worked so far. So we really need lobbies, right? We really need the industry champions to actually talk a lot, be very forthright, engaging the regulators very, very often. So then, right, the more they hear, the more that they will be open to it, right? And it's just a matter of time. They need just to be eased into it, right? I mean, you must remember, when you're exposed to something new as well, that a lot of people at first say it's a scam, you have to slowly, right, be more open to it, right? You cannot just force them to make a decision very quickly, yeah? So yeah, that's all I have for this video. I will release other videos later in the day. So great, hope you're having a great day, and thank you so much for your support, and have an amazing day. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.